are listening to BL in the Air. My name is Chy.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to try something we haven't done yet on the show. We're going to be doing a little game that we've prepared. Basically, we're going to be showing each other reviews that we found of shows on My Drama List. And then just kind of based on the review, we're going to have to guess what show it was left for. So play along with us. Let us know what you get correct. But before we do that, Alex, what's in the air with you?
Okay, I've been watching My Stubborn.
Okay, yeah.
I've talked about it a little bit in the Discord, I think, but the show is giving Love in the Air, specifically Payu Rain. Um,
Okay. Just is it like college or what is
no,
it
no,
about
it's
exactly?
Office. No
It's
one.
Office.
It's
Okay.
really funny, like going like into like Twitter and whatever. Everyone's like, does anyone know what kind of office work they do? Like, no one can figure out exactly what they do. I think there's some sort of either furniture company or like shipping company, something in that space. But
It's interesting.
But like the two like male leads, one of them, first off, he looks a little bit like Boss. Like he's got the longer hair and he has it like up in a bun sometimes, and like so he's got that
Yes.
vibe energy. But like also just like the dynamic of like Payu and Rain of like one, like they're in like the same field now, right? And then because one's an
Hmm.
intern,
Okay.
and the other one is like his mentor or whatever. So you've got like that dynamic with it, but also you've got like that dynamic outside the office. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm obsessed with it, but I also hate the like older one like a lot. Like the Payu type character, I hate him.
Oh, what has he done?
So I don't want to spoil anything because I really want you to watch this. Um,
Okay, okay.
but
I will. I'll
like,
add it to my list right now.
okay, because it's like it's Payu, but if Payu wasn't a good person,
Oh, okay. Like he's much more
he's just kind of an
toxic.
asshole,
Okay. Oh, great.
right? Like Payu, like he would like push Rain to like help him grow, right? And that was all he was doing.
Hmm.
Like he wasn't never like doing anything just to be an asshole. This guy,
Yeah.
he's like he's clearly like pushing the kid to like I guess do better, but also like he's got mad at him, so he made his life hell at work to the point he got in trouble. Like got yelled at by his actual boss, right? Like so it became a
Oh, okay.
thing. Like yeah, so like stuff like that where I'm like I know he's gonna have a redemption arc because like I know like with what happened in this last episode, I'm like, okay, this is where we trigger the redemption arc now. And I'm like, it's gonna be fine in the end, but I'm like right now I'm like, I hate this guy.
Oh no.
But also the NC scenes.
There's good chemistry.
It's not it's just wild. Like the opening
Oh.
scene is an NC
Oh,
scene of the
yes.
first episode.
Okay. Now I remember what show this is. I remember you talking about like that part.
Yeah, like because that's what got me to watch it because I'd never heard of it. I don't know who any of these actors are. I don't know anything about the show. I went in because I saw a TikTok of like the opening scene and I was like, what is that? And I start to watch it because like one of the comments was like, this is how the show opens, and I was like, there's no way this is how the show opens, and that's how the show opens, and I was like, oh, we're jumping
Yeah.
right in, which it's really funny because I feel like if it's like a couple that I'm like familiar with, right? Like if it's like Boss Noel and we start a show
Hmm.
with an NC scene, like I wouldn't think anything of it. But I think because I
Hmm.
don't know who any of these people are, I'm like, wow, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's quite an introduction.
It really is. Um, but yeah, that's it's been kind of the like main focus. I'm like I can't wait for like Sunday because I'm like I need to know what happens. Like they're like 45-minute long episodes, right? Standard. But like it went by so fast this last one. I was like, wait, what do you mean there's not more?
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, like I don't know that I would call the show great, but I'm having
Hmm.
a great time, you know? Um,
That's all that matters, though.
right? I'm like there's like different like there's great like something like I don't know like Jack and Joker my stand-in where it's like just an exceptionally written show everything, and then there's like
Hmm.
shows where you're just there to have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, I always have a different I have like different lists of like okay, these are like what I think is are the best shows, but then this is my list of my favorite shows and it's a very different list, you know.
Yes. There's some overlap, but yes.
Yeah.
So,
That's fun.
yeah, having a great time.
Yeah.
What's in the air with you?
Well, it's funny you mentioned Love in the Air because I've been finally watching the Japanese version of Love
Oh,
in the Air.
oh boy.
Yeah. I just finished it today, and oof. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was not a fan. I just like, I don't know. It was really confusing why they made it in general. Because
Yeah.
like, who is gonna watch that over the original? Because it's like it's pretty much exactly the same, but much shorter, and so like there's less of the story, there's less of the character building, there's less chemistry, and but the rest of it's like the same. And I was like, "Ugh, I wish they would have changed it like significantly, so then at least there would be like a reason to watch that version." Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan either. Um,
It's so disappointing because it's such like a beloved show, but
yeah, cutting the show down in episodes because it was like what, 8 episodes, right? I
eight,
think.
yeah, 8 20-minute episodes
Yeah.
about.
So you cut it down in how many episodes, and you cut it down in length of episode by half.
Oh my god, yeah, it was so speed ran.
I just, I don't the setup for that alone, like regardless of anything else, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, it was definitely an issue. Um, it was definitely lacking something. So, yeah, I mean, I heard from everyone that it wasn't very good, so I kind of, at least those were kind of my expectations going into it. But I
Hmm.
remember like when it started airing, and like you were so excited to watch it, and then you were so like disappointed by it. At least I got to skip that kind of heartbreak because I already knew what it was like going into it. So,
Because I mean, we named the podcast after 11 there, right? So like
uh-huh.
the beloved show, and
Yeah.
and to go from all like I was excited for a remake. Like normally I'm like, oh, for whatever remakes, but I was like, more content honestly, because I was like, honestly, like Pyurain and all that, like their story's done. I don't want to traumatize any of them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to like see it again, I was like, that's fine. That's cool. We can
Yeah.
do a remake this time. No, no.
Yeah, see, I would have liked to see like a different interpretation of it, but it was very much just like they tried to copy and paste the show, but like worse.
So I know
So,
Mame was involved in all this, so I don't know
mm,
how involved she was, but I know she was involved, so I'm like, okay, was she the reason it didn't branch out? Um,
I don't know. She definitely didn't give them any budget to work with either, which
no.
was also a part of the problem, which I can't fault them for really, but
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
knowing how good JBLs have been,
Mm-hmm.
it was very disappointing to see it not hit that mark.
I know, yeah, it was easily the worst JBL I've ever seen, I
Yes.
think. Yeah, the ones that I have watched, I think there's not a single one I didn't like until like this one. It was just at first it was boring, and then it was bad just cuz like I don't know. They wanted me to believe in these characters' relationships and the characters' growth, and I was just like, okay, well, it's been like 40 minutes of screen time, so I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's disappointing, but I also knew that going into it. So,
Hmm.
I'm not like too devastated, but I was like I need to watch it at some point.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's my review kind of. Without, I mean, I don't want to be too mean, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was just kind of like the overall vibe was like this doesn't really need to exist.
Yeah. Going in excited for it, and it's a bummer.
Yeah.
I I'm curious about people that haven't seen the Thai version and going straight to that one,
Mm,
like how that
yeah.
works.
I know. I was thinking, I was like, would I like this better if I hadn't seen the original? Or if, like, the original didn't exist? And the answer is definitely. But the problem is that because I have seen the original and it exists, you can't not compare the two,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Yeah. I think even if I hadn't seen the original, like I would definitely like this better than I did,
uh,
but still not
but
much.
yeah, but I still wouldn't, like, love it or anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh well, I
Yeah.
guess it happens.
On to the next shows, right?
Yeah, we'll see if any other Thai shows get Japanese remakes in the future because this is the first one I can think of, and it didn't go over too well.
Yeah,
So
it's usually like the other way, isn't it? Where it's like a Japanese or like a Taiwanese or something gets remade into Thai.
yeah, but I wonder if it's because like Japanese BLs are like older, so it's like okay, like Osan's Love, that's a classic from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to remake it. You know,
Yeah.
like like fans probably want some fresh content for it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if like that's the reason, or if just like in general Japan doesn't like doing remakes or something. But this definitely wasn't off to the right foot, so I can't imagine
Yeah.
what would if you know if they're gonna do another one, what they would do.
If
So
you wanted another Japanese remake, what would you want?
um, I feel like what's most likely would probably be like Kin Porsche. I feel like that could be
I
good.
I
Like you
could
could
see
have
that.
some like Yakuza Kin Porsche or something. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that I would be down for that.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I was thinking like my stand-in.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. We're these are all kind of like a similar vibe, but
Yeah,
yeah, I
but
could
that's
see that as
the
well.
vibe I like, and I think more in like that direction. I think translates better
Hmm.
into
I think so.
the JBLs, are like the good ones that I've seen. Um,
I would agree. I would be down for that too.
yeah. I also just want more of my stand-in. I think so.
Yeah, I as well. All
All
right,
right.
should we get into our game?
Yeah.
I kind of explained this already, but basically, we went on mydramalist.com and we picked a show and we found some reviews under that show and just kind of cropped that. So I'm just going to read the review and then Alex is going to have to guess what show this was left on.
I'm so nervous for no
I
reason.
know this is this is either going to be really easy or really hard. And I have 3 reviews per show and kind of like I want to say the first review I have for each of these is like the most vague, like it'll be the most difficult, and then I tried to get a little easier to guess
I
the
definitely
farther you go. So
I went way more chaotic. Like some of these I only have 2 because I'm like it gets the point across in 2. Like you're gonna know.
yeah.
But and some of them I have like more, but also some of them are just like really long. Um,
Okay, so here is your first review.
mhm.
It says, as for the NSFW scenes, let's say I'm glad I watched the cut version, because even that was a level of cringe I could barely handle. Most of the bed scenes made me laugh, some skipped completely.
Oh God, that could be so many different shows.
I know. I will say, I don't agree with this review either, but
I'm I'm trying to think what shows. Oh God, I have.
yeah, it's pretty vague, but
Yeah, so NC scenes and it's not only Friends, is it?
it's not only Friends, no.
Okay.
I think the keyword here is cringe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's cringe. I don't
But
know.
cringe is subjective, so,
Yeah,
you know.
that's. I read a lot of things being cringe or prepping for this,
Yeah,
and that I disagreed with.
yeah.
I don't know. I think I need the next review.
All right. Our next review says, not sure who told the writer what friends with benefits is, but this isn't it. Y'all are just dating.
Oh God. Okay. Okay. Friends with benefits. Is this Wandy Good Day?
No, it's
Okay.
not. Good guess, though.
Yeah. Who else had friends with benefits? Is it my stand-in?
No.
No. Okay.
Could you cringe? My stand-in's so cringe.
I mean, the sneezing, maybe.
The sneezing's a little cringe. But okay, I feel like that crosses into like camp territory where it's just iconic because it's just so ridiculous.
Okay, so we have cringy bedroom scenes and friends with benefits. Why am I drawing a
Hmm.
blank?
This also is a show where I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about it.
Oh,
So feel free if you want to like pull up a list or something. I would
okay.
not.
Okay, I
I
might
feel
have
like
to pull up the
that's
list of
allowed.
what I've seen. Because
Hmm.
I'm assuming we've both seen all of these shows.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And if you need, I do have a third review for this one that gives a bit more detail. But feel
Yeah,
free to take a look at your list.
I'm lost at cringe because I'm like, nothing's cringe.
There is one specific scene I know that they're talking about, and I
Oh,
personally think it's iconic and great. But I guess they had a different opinion.
okay. I want the third one then.
Okay, here's the third one. Overall, there was potential to tell a story well that we never see. However, the title, trailer, and plot synopsis all misled viewers into what this series would be about. The title of the series is not a steamy series about friends with benefits and more about coping with trauma.
Oh,
I am basing this review by the series itself and not based on the novel.
oh, wait. It's like right on the tip of my tongue now. So now we have something misleading in the title. What's misleading in the title?
This one I would think
Oh,
about trauma.
yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of trauma.
That's true.
Trauma is kind of my niche.
Yeah.
I almost said high school friend of me, and I'm like, that's not a BL. Um,
Yeah,
there's
all
no
the
NC
NSFW
scenes.
scenes. So cringe in that show.
Friends with benefits. That's what I'm stuck on, like looking at these, because I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, first, are these all Thai or did you go into the Japanese ones?
They're all Thai
Okay.
for me.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. No, it's I feel like this is definitely a show we both watched like quite a while ago.
I'm stuck on the friends with benefits.
I feel like that's kind of a big hint.
It should be. And I'm like, the only one I remember friends with benefits was Wandy Good Day.
Yeah, I know that's the one that also comes to my mind right away.
Oh, I am not off to a good start at all with this.
Oh no, all good. Here, I'll revisit the plot points. We have cringe NSFW scene. We have friends with benefits that aren't really friends with benefits.
Is it bed friend?
And it's bed friend, yeah.
It's bed friend. It took a second. I
Yeah,
saw it and I was like, wait. I'm like, they're talking about the cat ear scene, aren't they?
they're talking about the cat ears scene, which I honestly loved, but
I
this
remember nothing of
person
this
was not a
plot
fan.
besides the cat ears. Um,
I know, yeah, because this one's definitely. I see what they mean by how the title's misleading because it sounds like oh steamy friends with benefits, but instead it's just like the one character has like horrible trauma
yeah.
and like, but
Okay.
yeah, that was a while ago,
Yeah,
but
that
yeah.
was. I've been wanting to rewatch that one because I remember nothing of
Mm.
it.
Yeah, yeah, I remember a little bit, but it's definitely not one I like. I don't really remember details, but I
Yeah.
remember. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think,
Yeah, no, I definitely
but
loved it. And I remember watching it and like right after I watched it is when Ned and James split. And I was like, wait, that's a thing that
yeah.
happens? I was like, uh-oh.
Uh oh.
But yeah, which is fine that they
Uh-huh.
split. I am not one of those people.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
okay.
now we get what is it, Chinese BL James or
Yeah, I don't.
whatever he's doing.
I'm so confused by
I
him
am too.
because I don't know if it was he just wanted out of the ship with Net because he knew he was gonna like get siloed into like a career that way or like what the deal was. But I could have sworn when he left, he was like, I'm quitting BL because I want to do music full time. But he's now been like side characters in two different Thai BLs and he's the lead in like a Taiwanese BL now. Like, dude.
I think what happened is he probably wanted to have a music career and he tried and everyone clowned on him so bad that
Yeah.
he was like, well, shit, I gotta go back to acting now. But I guess he was probably like, I can't go back to, like, I was like a lead in Thai dramas, so now I have to go to Taiwan.
Yeah. I
Something,
don't
I don't know, something like that.
I don't know. It's the photos of him and the other guy in that show crack me up because there's like a foot height difference between them. Um,
Oh,
like the
really?
other guy is like insanely tall. Um,
Huh, I didn't even like notice. I was just too busy being like, oh yeah, that's interesting.
yeah. Are you
All
ready
right,
for your
well,
first one?
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Um, I'm not going in any kind of order from what I actually did.
Sure.
Um, and I don't have them from easiest to hardest. These are just like I found this review funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, so this first review is going to give you nothing, but I just thought it was hilarious once you figure out what the show is. Um,
Okay.
it's a 10 out of 10 because I wrote all the ratings down from MDL,
Uh,
and it's 10 out of 10, very toxic but really cute.
oh. Okay.
Right? It's giving
Very
you nothing. I just thought it was really funny. Just keep that in mind
Yeah.
for when you figure out what
Okay.
it is. Um,
I'm gonna guess it's Boss and a Babe.
no.
Okay. I was like, I feel like that one's not that toxic, but also it's like an HR nightmare. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
your boss should not be dating a trainee, but it was kind of cute, you know.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So honestly, it's probably how I'm going to describe my stubborn at that point.
Oh,
Very toxic, but really cute. That's fine.
yeah. That could sum up a lot of shows, to be honest.
It really could. I just remember that when you figure this out because you're gonna laugh too.
Okay, shit. All right.
Okay, so this person gave it a 7.5 out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the male lead one needs to be slapped with a rubber chicken.
What?
And they go,
Oh my god.
what annoys me the most is that male lead two put male lead one through hell all because he was in love with a guy who acts like he sniffs glue and sells hairnets on eBay. That being said, there must be a 2-for-1 special on stupidity because male lead one sure bought a whole lot.
I don't even. I've like
Oh,
lost all sense of what the hell they're talking about. That's so funny.
right? And I was like, I don't, nothing else matters. It's just those two alone. I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. So male lead one needs to be slapped with a rubber chicken.
Yes, not that that has anything to do with the show. That's just how they feel about the
Sure.
character.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the
And
second
then
lead put the first male lead through hell because of him being in love with a guy who apparently sniffs glue and sells nuts on an eBay. Which
is
is
that a
no,
part of the
it's
show,
not.
or is
It's
that just a
not.
vibe check as
That's
well?
the vibe check. It's
It's a vibe check. Okay.
one male lead put the other one through hell because he was in love with a third person. So we have like a love triangle thing going.
Oh
That's
damn.
the takeaway
Okay.
from that.
Sheesh. Okay, that's super funny. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, some of these maybe be a little harder, but that one,
That's okay.
I
No,
was
it's
like,
okay.
it was unhinged. It was so insane.
Do you have another review, or
Yeah,
should
no,
I?
no.
I can try to puzzle through this.
I have more. I have more. This one
Okay.
I have
Okay.
4 if I need
Oh
them.
damn. Okay.
Yeah, just because it was one of those, I was like, there's no way you're gonna get it from some of these. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I have another 10 out of 10 review.
Okay.
It's a green light show, absolutely swimming in red flags.
A green light show?
Yeah, so I think they're saying like it's green flags, but there's more red flags. Like it's right, like that in that kind of vibe. I don't know that I would call it green personally, but you know,
Is
um,
it like Gel Boys?
no,
Okay.
um,
I'm thinking Love Triangle still, so.
yeah, and it's. I really think that the cast was inspired. They have amazing love-hate chemistry. Both characters were portrayed so well. I hate Millie too so much, very much. Same from before. That Millie too is the one who put the other one through hell.
Uh-huh.
So I hate Millie too so very much until suddenly I didn't. And at times I wanted to reach into the screen and slap some sense into Millie one.
Huh. What the heck kind of show is this?
It's gonna make total sense when you figure it out. This last one should give it away.
Okay. Wait, let me think. Let
Hmm.
me think. Is it only Friends?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. It's okay. You want the last review?
Yeah, give me the last one. I'll
Okay.
probably need it.
Yeah, you should be able to get from this, I think. So it's a 6 out of 10. Great actors wasted on a terrible story. The story was a decent premise from the start that derailed into, oh well, all the psycho stalker toxicity is forgiven because he got sad. Let's just say Millie, too, was the reddest red flag ever who never actually underwent any sort of redemption arc. He just got forgiven because he cried a lot about how heartbroken he was over the tragedy of his own making. He was a deranged, psychotic, obsessive, abusive stalker, and that sometimes can work really well, but in this case, where male lead one is so genuine and sweet and kind, him forgiving male lead two is an out of character.
Mm. Is this my stand-in?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
I knew that one would give it
I
away because it's just
yes.
like going in on Ming.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's so perfect. It is so toxic and so cute. And also, I hated Ming until I didn't anymore.
Right? Like it's
I was
perfect
like,
descriptions, but it's like giving
oh my,
nothing.
not the sniffing glue.
Slap
That's so funny.
and then
I
I
was
think
like, the love triangle did throw me off because like I don't really think of my stand-in as like a love triangle, but I guess like
it sort of
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tong. Hi, Mac.
Yeah.
Um,
Hi. Friend of the podcast.
yeah. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Wanting to slap Joe with a rubber chicken sent
It's
me.
so funny. Yeah.
I get it. Because there was definitely times where I was like, dude.
Yeah. That's hilarious,
Yeah.
honestly.
Very toxic, but really cute.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm
I
like,
fully agree.
mm-hmm. And then like the green light show, absolutely swimming in red flags. I'm like, yeah, there's not a whole lot of green flags. It's not a green energy going. It's like beige with a lot of red.
Yeah.
Um,
That show, it's like toxic in like the best way.
yeah,
So,
I hated Ming until I didn't.
yeah. It's so true.
It really is.
Yeah. Those are some good reviews. They totally make sense once I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for your next show?
Yes.
Okay.
Stressed again.
Don't be. This one, well, we'll see. Okay. When it was great, it was great. When it was bad, it was really bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I swing that way on? Scrolling through my watch list. There's a few I keep stopping on, and I'm like, you haven't seen those. It's not that one.
Yeah.
Before I start hate criming, some shows.
We're like, this show actually.
Yeah. This one, oh. Is this 1,000 years old?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. I need another
All
review.
right. The next one is very short and sweet. It says, plot who? We don't know her.
Oh. I think I read this review.
Really?
I don't remember what it was for though. So definitely a show with no plot, which is my favorite, to be honest.
Or a very convoluted plot.
Mm-hmm. Is this one 4 minutes?
It's not for minutes.
Okay.
No.
Convoluted plot. If there's a show
Yeah.
with convoluted plot, it's 4 minutes.
Yeah. At least, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like the plot in this show it definitely makes a lot less sense.
Really? Then
Well, 4 minutes is confusing because it's a complicated plot, but once you figure it out, you're like, okay, that makes sense.
oh, okay, that's
This show,
fair.
I feel it's just kind of like they just kind of threw shit at the wall and they were like, well, hopefully it sticks.
Oh, then I've got nothing.
Okay, I got another review.
Okay.
These are all negative. I didn't mean them to be negative. All of these reviews are like equal parts. Like they had things they liked and things they didn't, and the
Mm.
things they didn't like were just funnier to me. So
Yeah, I mean that's how it went on a lot of mine.
yeah. So the third one is, what I did not like, the eyebrows and the actor who came with them.
Oh no.
I I saw this. I was like, wait, what?
The eyebrows, who is?
But then I was like, I mean, I guess this person does have distinct eyebrows.
Okay, so to recap, we have a convoluted plot of some sort that may or may not be there,
Uh huh.
and somebody with some
We
some strong eyebrows.
Yeah, and we have when it was great, it was great. When it was bad, it was really bad.
Hmm. Trying to think of who has some strong eyebrows.
Uh huh.
Um,
That's probably the best direction to go.
yeah. I
And by the way,
guess
the
it,
person who said when it was great, it was great, it was bad, it was really bad, gave it a 9 out of 10. So.
that's my favorite. Some of these people, like I learned so much about these people that write reviews because
Uh huh.
they say the craziest stuff and then give good ratings. And I'm like, do you what?
Yeah, I will say I do kind of feel similarly about this show where I'm like, did I like it? I think so. Did I hate it? I think so.
Oh,
But I give it an 8. So
oh gosh. It's not Two Worlds, is it?
it's not Two
Okay.
Worlds.
'Cause Two Worlds had a little bit of a confusing plot.
It did. Yeah, that plot was also kind of we don't know her.
Yeah.
I'll say 4 minutes was the closest guess.
Oh, is it Ken Porsche? Is it Miles' eyebrows?
Yeah. I'm like, what did Mile do to you? Where you were just on your review to be like, I don't like the eyebrows and
That's
the actor. Like,
okay. So I had Ken Porsche as one of mine too, so I want to go through some of my reviews for it just because
okay.
I had let me make a note first. Because for everyone listening, we planned for this if we overlapped. We have more. We're good.
Yeah.
Um, but I found some really insane reviews too for this one. Did you read the one about
Okay.
the Vegas apologist?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's 10 out of 10 Vegas apologist. And then they had a breakdown of like all the different characters and stuff and like thoughts throughout all of it, but the only part I copied out of that was the Vegas Pete one. And
Uh huh.
they go, everything about their relationship flies in the face of all that I know is love. This couple breaks into your vulnerability and turns you weak for them. They're deeply, violently kinky, and that just does it for me. And no amount of morals can make me doubt what they have is real.
Wait, I love that.
The no amount of morals can make me doubt their love is just insane.
It is. I respect a person who's like, listen, I know it's wrong, but I'm into it.
I am this person. Episode 8 is everything.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I see their review now. That's so funny.
And then there's another review. I don't know what these people are saying. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. Um, maybe you can
Uh-huh.
decipher this for me. It's a 1 out of
Okay.
10, and it's the story depicts a full-on mask-for-mask agenda, prioritizing of white cis male Western English-speaking fan aesthetics and preferences, while sidelining femme characters who would normally be the star in an Asian BL, in favor of cis men who would undoubtedly screen out most of the MLM who pay good money to support KPTS. Clearly, the studio slash crew comprised mainly of cis gay men want to appeal to more men, a worthy goal, and men want to see a lot of casual sex, but the legacy of Ken Porsche's pornification of live action BL could very well mean very little attention will be paid by investors to innovation or innovative high quality BL storytelling that treats complex themes with even the minimum care and attention they deserve for some time to come.
Huh? That was a mouthful.
They're like going in like
Jesus.
talking about like masks for mask agenda and like all this stuff, and I was like, what is happening?
Okay, first of all, I'm here for the mask for mask agenda.
Same.
Dare I say we need more of it.
Yeah, so I have one more paragraph from it, and it's everything that women, queer or not, and femmes ran away from mainstream gay media to escape was forced back down their throats for 14 excruciating and traumatic weeks with the blanket hyper-masculine Stepford Wives agenda of the series.
Not the Stepford Wives. What?
As,
Okay.
as a woman who loved the show, what are you saying?
I don't. Yeah. I mean, it's like a mafia show.
Right?
I mean, I would. Hey, I'm down for a femme mafia show. Like, by all
Yeah,
means, count me in. But I don't know if you should be like upset that a mafia show is like
not?
violent.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
and like I think violence is associated with masculinity.
yeah.
So I think is that the I don't know. Are they mad that what the older brother, Tong's character? Are they like mad that he wasn't the main character? Cause agreed, but
I think they're same, but no, I think they're mad that just Mile and Appa both are like more masculine,
interesting critique, I guess. I
right?
don't know.
They were just going on and on, and I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, I don't think like I feel like masc and femme I mostly ever hear in terms of lesbians. I don't
Yeah,
really hear that used much
yeah,
for men
I don't
either,
either.
which is interesting.
I feel
So
like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't really like see that as an issue.
yeah, I didn't either, but like,
Yeah. Like I definitely think like there's a problem with GL dramas which having they're all femme for femme,
hmm
which is great. I love a femme for femme. But like that it's definitely been a problem where it's like okay, there are no like butch lesbians in any of the GL dramas, but I don't think that's ever been really I think maybe with like if anything, I think there's no like more feminine guy representation, but I don't
hmm
know if the problem is like mask for mask, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Like I don't think that's the culprit here, but
No, there's Kim
yeah.
Forge has its own problems, sure, but what everything they named was not it for me. But
Yeah,
because I'm over here
that's
with like Vegas Pete was everything, you know. Even though I am
yeah.
Team Vegas Porsche, sorry everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I would like them to give me like direct examples
hmm
of what they're talking about because I'm curious. I'm not the biggest. Yeah, like I said, for me, my review is also when it was great, it was great. When it was bad, it was really bad. Like that's also kind of how I feel about
hmm
Ken Porsche. So I'm no like
I love
diehard
Kim
fan, but
Forge. Yeah, I love the
yeah,
show, but I accept that it's got some issues.
yeah, yeah. I love finishing a show and then going and reading everyone's thoughts about it. You know.
Yeah, I've definitely learned to ignore the reviews when I'm deciding to watch a show, but to
Yes,
go back afterwards and
I
be like,
I know, and it's funny because sometimes like I'll finish a show and I'll be like, oh, I really like that, and I'll read the reviews and people will be so they'll like be like I hated it, and I'm like, oh,
hmm,
I thought it was good.
yeah.
Yeah,
1,000 Years Old is a very solid version of that.
best show ever.
I love that show so much. I need them
I do
to
too.
do more.
I agree. I'm with you.
Okay, so this first one was an review. Is somebody in the comment section asked, "How is this drama?" And it had two replies. And the first one was, "In my opinion, this is not that extraordinary or something. There are many more drama better than this, but since most of them are going crazy and obsessed over this, I would suggest you can give it a go and decide for yourself." And then the
Okay.
second reply was, "I've never been this obsessed with anything in my 22 years of living. The show changed the trajectory of my life and drove me crazy."
That's so funny. The
First
second
person was like,
person is like, I'm the person that the other person warned you about.
right? The first one was like, "It's meh, but other people are really into it." And then second person's like, "This is everything and my only personality
It
trait."
changed my life. Oh man. I'm gonna guess that's gotta be Jack and Joker.
No.
Damn. Because I feel like the drama that the one drama I felt that way about was My Stand-In, but we already did
Same.
that one,
Yeah.
so
That
yeah.
was my stand-in became my only personality trait while that was airing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that was halfway
Or
through the show, I was like, I have to read the book. I have to know everything.
yeah. I would say another one that I would consider life-changing, Jail Boys.
Also not correct.
Dang. Okay, I might need
I
if you have more hints.
Yeah, I think you might agree with this one a little bit more later. Um,
Okay.
so not this coming review, but like the change the trajectory.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So 6 out of 10, boring in all caps. And then, yep, I said it. The kiss came early on in the series. After that, the story itself pretty much fizzled. It was mostly cutesy pootsy, lovey dovey moments between the main leads. Pretty much just extended fan service, no actual story.
Wait, is this Bad Buddy?
Yes.
Oh my god! Okay, listen. Life changing. But also the second review, yes. This was another one where it's like plot, we don't know her. But the point of the show isn't the plot. The point of the show is the relationship, which is done better than any show I've ever seen. So, yeah.
I have another review. Do you want to hear the other one?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Oh my god, this one is not a good one either. I somehow came up with not great ones, but they were the funniest ones because
Yeah.
there's like 1,000 like 10 out of 10s for Bad Buddy of like this is the best thing ever and this like changed because it honestly even if it didn't change like the trajectory of somebody's life, it changed the trajectory of BL in my opinion, right? Like we've talked about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Go listen to our Bad Buddy episode.
Plug.
Right? So, this person 4 out of 10. And they go the headline for this was this should be the most honest review on the list. Like
Uh-huh.
sure. And it's as someone, okay, it's, again, we're in all caps. It's as someone who is not a hardcore fan of both actors, this should be the most honest review on the list. It sucks bad.
Huh. As if everyone else was lying in the reviews. Like, I'm the honest one.
Yeah, it sucks bad. Everything seems so rushed and immature. The directing to the script, the awkward commercial break moments, the horrendous camera position, and the imbalanced mic sound output. Not
Is
to
this.
mention
I'm sorry. Keep going, keep going.
Not to mention the unnecessary fan service, kissing shirtless scenes, etc. It's as if an intern is 100% behind this quote unquote masterpiece. I expected so much from this director since he's one of the important people behind A Tale of a Thousand Stars. There's so many things to dislike about the series, unfortunately. And then there's a PS that is in all caps.
Uh-huh.
It's, as an architect myself, I really hate how the series portrays architects' works and ethics. It's as if they just throw in the typical perspective of how an architect should be, but that typical perspective portrayed in the series was wrong too! Exclamation point, exclamation point. I am totally mad about it. As someone who's a perfectionist as Pran, this is totally such a turnoff. Do some research before putting out your work. Pity to those actors that have to go through such a horrendous plot and script writing.
Oh my god. What year was this review
I
written?
have no idea.
It doesn't say.
I
Or
just
you just
I
wrote it
copy
down
paste in
separately.
Word doc. Um,
Because I feel like, I don't know, some of the complaints, like the ad break and like bad mic
yeah,
volume,
like that's
I'm
gotta be a
like,
newer
baby,
BL
that was
watcher.
every
Yeah.
BL drama prior to like 2023. Like, that's even to this day, you know?
Yeah.
But then,
And
but being like, oh, there's too much fan service, there's too much shirtless kissing. I feel like compared to the shows nowadays, Bad Buddy is like extremely tame. So I'm like,
hmm
I don't know when this review was written, but
yeah, I'm trying
some
to find it real
interesting
quick. But yeah, because it's like on
critiques.
some of it, it's like this sounds like somebody who's only started watching them recently, and then
Yeah,
too much hype, not enough substance.
yeah.
Um,
That is that's a very interesting critique.
yeah, it was a
I
lot. I was
disagree,
reading it and I
but
was like, oh, tell me how you really feel.
yeah, right. I mean, I can't comment on the architecture stuff, which seems like it really upset them, but
Yeah, but like the rest of it, I'm like, again, Bad Buddy, pivotal.
Yeah, pivotal show. I don't know. One of my favorites personally, but I mean
Yeah,
the critiques where it's like it has no plot. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
sure. Yeah.
But the the plot is tension, you know? All right. It took me almost a full day to even get through episode 1 and it still has 15 minutes left.
Oh no. Oh, that's not
That
a good
doesn't give you
start.
much info, but
No,
I
but
thought that was funny.
what had a bad first episode? Oh, I'm scared to say anything because I'm gonna have people coming for me.
I do. I
Like,
don't even if it helped, I don't even remember like what happens the first episode of the show, so
okay, I think before
yeah.
I start naming shows I just dislike, maybe a second review, and
Okay, that's
then
a
I'll
safe
start going in.
choice. All right. The amount of jam character puts on toast is stressing me up. That is too much jam.
Okay. Um.
Too much jam.
um.
And I also had the same thought watching the show.
Trying to think who I ate jam.
It's too much damn jam.
Like the only one I eat. I vaguely remember a show where I had this thought. Oh God.
It probably is that show, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What show that is the question. I just. That's such a funny like thing to get through. To focus on and write a review on.
Uh, it's a little. I think this is a comment on the show,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not the full review, but
Yeah.
has like 18 likes, which I thought was really funny.
So it took them a whole day to get through the first episode. That's happened to me on a few shows. Um,
Uh,
I
it still
usually,
has 15 minutes left.
yeah,
Uh,
it's, I don't know who ate jam on anything.
yeah, it's kind of definitely it's kind of niche.
Yeah,
I can
because
give you
it's,
the
yeah,
third one if you want.
mm-hmm.
Okay, these are all kind of difficult reviews,
Oh boy,
but
appreciate
um,
it.
the third one is don't have characters break down crying just to make it seem like it's sad when it's just not that big of a deal.
Okay, so my brain immediately goes to like Theory of Love, but I don't think you've seen that one.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I haven't seen it.
that one has an amazing shower scene. The water cuts off and he like pokes a bunch of holes in like the lid of a water bottle so he can continue crying in the shower. Um,
Oh my god.
or I think it's that one. It's either that one or like the fish in the sky. One of those. I watched them at like the
Okay.
same time, and so they blurred together.
Yeah.
Um, so now we have too much jam. Took too long to watch it, and somebody who cries too much for no reason, or
Yeah.
has a breakdown for no reason. Hi, my name is Alex.
Yeah. This is just like someone wrote this review about you, actually.
Right, because I also probably use too much jam because I really like jam.
Yeah. I do too, but this is way too much jam. I wish I could find a picture like really quick.
Oh man, this is the hardest one, for sure.
Yeah, I know this one I don't know why I wanted to do this show cuz I was just like I don't know, I forgot about it, but I'll send you a screenshot of the jam from the
Okay.
poster.
Oh, it's in the poster?
This isn't the normal poster. This isn't the one on my drama list,
Yeah,
but this is like a secondary poster.
that is a lot of jam.
It's too much jam. It's stressing me out.
Yeah, that is an insane amount of jam. That is like, I don't know, like an inch high on like a slice of white bread.
Yeah.
God, just thinking about spreading that out on like untoasted white bread. Um,
I don't think, yeah, I think in the show he didn't even spread it out. It's just like,
you just eat. Oh God, no, I'm
yeah,
not.
piled on. It's like a quarter of a jar. Like,
Yeah,
legit.
this doesn't help me any. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I know. I'm like,
Um,
I feel like when we talk about the show, we always talk about the crying. So I would focus on that.
Okay,
Because I'll say the
crying.
show, a lot of people were crying. A
Oh my
lot.
God, what was the show where everybody was crying? Because I'm assuming that's the show. It's the one where literally everybody was crying at one point.
Yeah.
Oh God, what show was that? Oh no, I'm so mad right now because we did we talk about that on the podcast or was that separately? I think that was on the
um,
podcast.
we
Like in
we've
passing.
referenced it on the podcast, but we haven't
Yeah.
like covered the show.
Was it Lovely Writer?
Yeah, it was Lovely
Okay.
Writer.
Because I was like, Lovely Writer, like literally we just went from like room to room of everybody like crying.
Yeah, and some of them were just like crying for no reason. They're just like crying because their brother had a boy, like their brother's boyfriend. I don't know. I don't remember why they're crying. I was just like, okay, there's no reason why your brother should be crying over this.
Yeah, I don't remember the jam at all. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot about it until I was like reading. I read that review and I was like, oh yeah, that
Was
was
that
like
was that Up's character or
excessive.
was that the other guy?
That was Up's character. When
Okay.
I think every day for breakfast he always ate
Oh,
like
yeah,
toast
he
with like a lot of jam.
I forgot about that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was like a
Insane
part
amount
of
of
his
jam.
character
Yeah.
for like for some reason, just like a little quirk.
You ready for my third one?
I'm ready.
So, first one was a 6 out of 10,
Hmm?
and it's first and for the love of God, why is male lead one's character written like the biggest asshole in town? If I'd ever meet someone like male lead one in real life, I'd definitely run the other way. Yes, there was a traumatic experience, but it's not an excuse to be an ass.
Hmm.
My advice to my fellow LGBTQ members here, don't ever date someone like Mel Lead One in real life. He will make your life a living hell. This guy is so toxic and you deserve better. And also, when your roommate tells you he hates gays like you, you go away as fast as you can, not secretly touching him while he's asleep. That's called sexual harassment.
I wonder what this show could be. Okay, if it's not Tharn type, I don't know what it could be.
It's our type.
Yeah, that's funny. At first, I was like, what is it? And then it was like, then we got to the roommate part and like the sexual harassment. I'm like, yeah, this
Yeah.
can only be one show.
I have
Yeah,
a
I
second.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, read your review.
So the second one is a 10 out of 10. I had to be
Uh-huh.
a little nice to Tharntime because we've been unkind. Um,
Yeah. That's
this
fair.
review though is insane to me. I've never in
Okay.
my life wanted to be a guy until I heard Mew as whatever as Darn say I don't sleep with women. This series is just about the greatest thing I've ever watched in the BL world. The
Oh,
chemistry
okay.
between Mew and Golf is incredible, and this is the first BL I watched that I had such passionate scenes. The actors portrayed the roles perfectly, including the one you were meant to love to hate. Watching love grow from hatred is always a fun plot, but the story behind the hatred drew you in and gave you a heart for Type and his struggle. Sure,
Hmm.
if you say so.
Yeah. Well, it's only up from here
Yeah.
for whoever left that review. It's only up.
Right. There were so many like 10 review, like 10 out of 10, and I'm like, we did not watch the same show.
Uh, I yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mew is very attractive, but like I hate his character so much. I'm
Yes.
like I feel when I hear him say I don't sleep with women, I'm like, "Oh, thank God. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to deal with this guy."
Right? I'm like, and I don't know, like golf and his angry face.
Mm,
Like, the fact that
yeah.
the show made me feel bad for the homophobe, like that just,
I know. Yeah, the
that makes
fact
me
that
so mad.
I know. Yeah, it's a rough one for me personally, but
Yeah.
wait, the first review was it which was it talking about Tharner type?
Let me find it again.
Okay,
Type. It was type.
type. Okay. Oh yeah, they talked about the
Yeah.
trauma or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it
He's
could be either of them. I would definitely recommend not dating either of these guys in real life. But
Absolutely. I like it. When your roommate tells you he hates gays, don't, assault him. That's gonna make him hate gays more. Um,
yeah, little piece of advice for you.
right? Like, come on.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's a very, very accurate review.
Hmm.
The next show. It's a miracle this BL is from GMM TV. Nowadays, it only makes silly and weak scripts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it not me?
It's not me. Did you have that one as well, or was it just
No,
obvious?
it was just obvious.
It's just obvious. Yeah.
It
I mean,
really,
I like disagree in
I d-
general, but this show is like kind of one of a kind for GMM.
yeah, I disagree overall because I like GMM does really good plots, but none of them fit not me.
Yeah.
Like nothing else matches that.
No. Yeah, I would say like it's definitely, I mean, GMM typically does do more like fluffier,
Hmm.
less controversial topics, and Not Me is not only is it darker, but it is like fairly political.
Hmm.
So like I totally get what they're saying and it made me
Yeah.
laugh. But I was like I don't agree. Like I think GMM has shows that aren't silly and weak scripts, but they definitely have
Yeah.
some of that too. But
I
yeah,
think
I was like,
they
LOL.
lean more into the silly even when it is a more serious plot. They still like bring in
Yeah.
that humor. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, Not Me is a whole different thing. If you haven't seen Not Me, highly recommend, guys. Um,
Yeah. I know. I'm like I've been thinking of rewatching it
mhm.
lately.
It's a good one.
Yeah. The other reviews I had was this is the only off-gun BL that is good, unfortunately.
Oh,
Which
ouch.
I feel like a lot of people agree with, which I don't honestly, I don't know if I've seen any of their other shows.
Okay, I'm trying to think what else they've
But
done.
well, they did The Trainee, which I think you didn't love.
I didn't love, but it grew on me. But I think
Yeah.
also like the side characters helped on that. And then they had, I think it's one of the ones I
Their
mentioned.
yeah, was it Theory of Love?
Yeah, which was okay. It's one of those. It was. I probably would have said it was good until I watched Not Me, and then I was like, but this is what they're capable of. Um,
Yeah. Cooking
yeah.
Crush I haven't seen either.
Oh, I did see that one. I wasn't big on that one either.
Yeah.
But
So,
again, like it's not that the shows are bad. My problem is Not Me is so good and it's so different. Like a lot of their other shows are
mhm.
either college shows or like lighter shows because like Theory of Love is definitely like college whatever nonsense, and then Cooking Crush I think is also college.
Oh, they're culinary students.
Yeah. So yeah, so you have college again, and then the trainee, and you have an office dynamic. It's whatever. Um,
Mhm.
you have an HR nightmare. This is what you have.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, and so like love them, but like not me is a whole different ball game.
It
So
is. Yeah, the three genres of GMM TV is high school, college, and office. And
yeah.
then there's Not Me.
Hmm.
But Burnout Syndrome, which is their upcoming show, it looks so good and so weird
Yeah.
and darker in tone that I'm so pumped.
Is
So,
that's the thruple one, right?
that's the thruple one,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's Off Gun and Do.
hmm
So,
she's gonna be
yeah.
fun. I like do.
Yeah, for years people have been like saying that they want another show similar to Not Me. So maybe it'll deliver.
Yeah.
But
I think Off and Gun have a
yeah.
lot of leeway on getting to do whatever they feel like doing. So
Yeah, they've been doing some like not solo shows but like, non-couple shows
yeah.
recently. So they're like, I mean, they're plenty active, but
Yeah, they're super
yeah.
active, but all right. I have one last one then.
Okay.
Um, this one I have two different reviews, but they're both kind of long.
Okay.
So the first one is a 5 out of 10. It has a title, but I can't share it because, or it's character's name. his silver chain had me vexed. I will say, remember, no silver chain
Okay.
in the show. Um,
I that was the first thing I was trying to think of, and
yeah.
I have no idea either.
And the review goes, listen, being a stupid arse is okay, but being a stupid arse and acting like some sort of saint is not okay. God.
Words to live by.
GAWDDD. Redacted had me pulling my hair in this. The fuck you mean your 2-day-old boyfriend cheated on you with your thirsty friend, so you're going to checks notes. 1, become an alcoholic. Um, in parentheses, how's that gonna affect boyfriend's liver, ho? Um,
Mm-hmm.
2, do drugs. Again in parentheses, bitch, did your mama drop you on your head? 3, swing your friend who's in love with you along. Parentheses, for
Mm-hmm.
shame. 4, buy an ugly ass shirt and open parentheses, literally he looked like a divorced dad from Santa Monica. 5,
Oh my
that silver
god.
chain, parentheses, boy, if you don't take that shit off.
Oh my god. I mean, I know what this is.
Yeah. I
I'm
would,
trying. This is Only Friends.
yes.
I don't remember. Are they talking about Mew? Or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't remember
But
Silver Chain being a big issue, but that's funny.
yeah, I guess when he decided to hook up with Ray, he was wearing a silver chain. I have no idea. That was the least of my worries at that moment.
Yeah.
Um,
That's so funny.
they
I like what is it, divorced dad from Santa Monica?
yes. They kept going too, because there you go. It bust my mind. That's it. That's your revenge. Is that supposed to hurt your boyfriend? Was that his brilliant plan? And what in the world was that chain? Was that supposed to be some sort of indication that he's now bad? Dude. Arg.
Oh,
Ew. Every time he was on screen, I skipped forward like, not today, Satan. Y'all ain't gonna stress me.
oh my god. I have like a little gold chain on. It's just my necklace. Sometimes I feel like sometimes people just wear jewelry. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I work in a lab, so it's a safety
Hmm.
hazard. Um, they
They're
kept
really
going.
offended by it though.
They,
Yeah, what do they say?
and some people out there making TikTok videos talking about how Boston is a red flag. He was the only tolerable character on the show. Matter of fact, he was my fave because at least he knew he sucks and should dig a hole and die.
Yeah, fair, I guess.
But no, Mew, God, I hated that character so much. I tried, but I couldn't stand him. And Top. And also,
Mm.
how is Mark and everything? I'm not complaining. He managed to make me love him in some other show. I don't remember. I'd redacted it. But damn,
Uh-huh.
dude, do you have time to sleep?
True that as well,
No,
yeah.
for real. Like how Mark's been in less stuff lately, I will say.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
he's also leading in Sweet Tooth, Good Dentist now. So,
Mm-hmm.
which has also been a lot of fun to watch. Because also got a little bit of my Jimmy in there. Haven't seen him in anything in forever. Um,
Yeah, I need to catch up on that one.
yeah,
But
I'm definitely behind, but I've gotten at least where Jimmy has made his appearance.
yeah, that's funny.
It just
Uh,
they went off and it was incredible.
they did. I mean, I like that they like Boston. I can respect that completely
Yeah,
because I also love Boston, who's
absolutely.
arguably a horrible character, but like they say, at least he knows it.
Yeah, like he knows his place. It's fine. I can't wait for
Yeah,
him to be in the second season. I'm hoping he's more than a cameo because I feel like he should be since he's in the
I
trailer.
know.
But
I know. Yeah, I feel like all the other characters are just going to be a cameo, but if there's one who's going to have more of a storyline, it would be him.
hmm
Or at least his character definitely has the most to learn.
yeah, I have a second review.
You also like hated Mew too, so I
I
bet
did.
you
Yeah.
related to that.
So my second
Yeah, what's
review
the
for that
second?
one is 4.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if you're looking for a show that will change your life, this isn't it. If you're looking for a good story that will give you a message, this isn't it. But if you have free time, want to watch something with your meal, and are looking for something that won't strain your mind too much, this is it. In this
Really, this show had me stressed out. Are
same.
you kidding?
In
Okay.
in the story, all characters are in the gray zone except three of them. Two of them are black and one is white, which white is the only girl, by the way. Um,
Yeah.
some of them are very light gray, some of them are close to black. This may be the most admirable aspect of the story. You can empathize with almost all the characters or get angry and hate them at the end of the story. The choice is completely left up to you. Okay. I got so lost with the colors there for a while. The first time I read it, I was like, What are we doing?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the show's pretty life-changing, but
Yeah.
it's just me.
I mean, honestly, the show did change my life because this is how you and I started talking.
It's true,
Like,
yeah.
at least about
So,
BL, we were talking before that. We were friends before that, but
yeah. But this is a show where I like needed people to talk to while I was watching because it was stressing me out. I don't know what
hmm
this person's talking about. I was not turning my brain off and watching this while eating dinner. I was
yeah,
fighting for my life.
same.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. I see it. It's a controversial show, but
It is,
one of my
but
favorites.
that's what makes it fun.
Is what makes it fun. Yeah. See, that's not what did that review say? The silly and weak script.
Yeah.
That is opposite of silly and weak script.
hmm Muse Silver Chain had me vexed. Oh, okay.
That's so funny. I've never heard anyone else talk about his silver chain. All right. I got one final show as well.
Okay.
Here's the first review. I'm going to put it in the chat as well. Well, the review, this is just a joke. This isn't the real review. It says, looks gay. And then it has like, it's like the emoji where it's like, it's like a face. And it just has like, it's just like the straightest looking face ever. It just looks like straight mouth. Looks gay.
Um, I would hope so if it's a BL.
That cracked me up because I was like, they look surprised. Anyway, I have a real review.
Okay.
Oh, this is a comment thread.
Mhm.
So one person said, the only show where I didn't hate seeing the guitar. And
Is it
someone said,
Tampo?
who? No, it's not Tampo. Good guess. Someone replied and they said, who plays the guitar here? I forgot. And they responded back. They said, the grandma.
What?
I don't remember this either, to be honest. I mean, I remember the grandma, but I don't remember the guitar. But that must have been a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, the only show I can think of that has a grandma in it, which I know is not the only one, is Jack and Joker, and she did not pull out a
Yeah.
guitar. Um,
She did a lot of other things, but no, she did not pull out a
yeah,
guitar.
I feel like she could have played guitar. Like that would be within character.
Yeah.
Um, God, what else had a guitar? I have no idea.
Okay, here's the second one. Okay, the poster is a bit cringe, gotta admit it, and it suggests lots of secondhand embarrassment. I picked it up out of sheer curiosity about how awful this drama would be, but I was very pleasantly surprised. It's very sweet and cute and emotional. There might have been tears involved once or twice.
Oh boy. Okay, so this doesn't narrow it down at all because that means I cried
I
watching
know.
it. Um,
I just thought they really didn't like the poster though. They really expected a horrible show just based on the poster.
it's
Which,
really funny.
yeah, I don't think I like looked at it and was like, "Oh, this looks cringe." But I
Yeah.
guess like looking at it now, if you're not used to BL, maybe you'd be like, "What is this?" But apparently, people aren't used to BL find this because that's also where someone commented, "Looks gay."
I just is it Osan's Love? I don't know what grandmother's in there, but
No, it's not Osan's Love.
I don't remember any grandmothers. I know I've seen plenty of shows
Yeah,
with grandmothers, but
I kind of forgot she was there until this comment mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Grandma was around a little bit, and apparently played guitar, but I don't remember that either."
yeah, is there a third review?
There is a third. This one should give it away.
Oh,
Um, It's not very funny, but I knew the other two would be too hard, so um it says so redacted brother and his boyfriend are adorable too. They bicker like an old husband and wife. I'm here for the wholesome vibes. I was also really interested to see our asexual best friend get into a cute and loving relationship, but to be honest, they didn't do much with it, and I was disappointed.
Okay, so it's one good day, but um,
Yeah.
asexual in a
Yes.
relationship is Wandy. That's Drake. But
Yep.
I do not remember a grandmother.
I'm pretty sure Wandy's
Oh, I
grandmother,
okay.
she came over a couple
Yeah.
times, but I
Okay.
really don't remember her with a guitar.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I I see why they say it looks gay just from the poster though.
Yeah,
I get where that's
the
going.
the poster is quite gay.
Yeah. I don't think it's cringe though. I think it gets the point across very well if you've got a boxer and a doctor.
Yeah, I think that's a good poster, but
Yeah.
this person hated the poster so much they thought the show was going to be cringe and horrible and secondhand embarrassment. And they're like, oh, actually, it was fine.
Yeah, that's I will say that Wandy Good Day was 1,000 times better than I thought it would be. Um,
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
yeah, it caught
So,
me off guard with how good it was.
yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, it kind of, well, I don't know. The trailer came out, or like the pilot, I guess,
Hmm.
I was like, oh, this looks really interesting.
Yeah, I know you were definitely like
But,
really excited for it, and I was more of a we'll see.
yeah.
Well, I don't have a fifth one. Because mine would have been
Yeah.
Kin Porsche. I'm surprised we only overlapped
Yeah.
on one. Um,
I know, yeah, that's pretty good. There's a lot of shows. I tried to pick shows that were like difficult,
yeah, I was
or
just
at
looking
least
for
like we kind
funny.
of, yeah.
Instead of a fifth one, I have a rant.
Okay, what's your rant?
Okay, so I feel like I learned a lot about people in general, just reading all the reviews and going through trying to pick out ones from different shows. Because I went through a bunch of different shows where I was like reading and I'm like, I don't actually like any of these reviews, like the whatever. Um,
Uh,
and then I got to 4 minutes.
oh, people just didn't get it.
Okay, so 4 minutes has like a really high rating, but everyone who wrote in did not understand the show, period. Like at all.
Okay,
Like completely
so
missed it.
so all the comments and reviews are people confused,
Yeah, one of them
basically,
was
or
like, "Great, can see 4 minutes in the future, and that's cool and whatever." And like, he didn't apologize for like the hit and run and all this. And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, dude! You have no idea what you watched. Go
no,
back and watch it again."
yeah,
And with some, but that's how like all of the reviews are. Like if you go through all the written ones, they're all like fives and like ones and threes and whatever. And it's just straight up, literally every single one of them is people who just didn't understand the show
oh
because
my god,
like I couldn't pull them because I'm like these descriptions are so inaccurate. I'm like you probably would have been able to figure them out, but it just I got frustrated. I got so frustrated with how much people just didn't understand the show, and they were like hating on
yeah,
how bad it was, like quote unquote, right? Like it was one of my favorite shows of last year. Like I don't think it's bad, um, but like just the amount of like hate and everything, and I was just like, dude, you just say you didn't get it. It's fine, and then move on.
I definitely get it's like confusing show and stuff, but like,
Right? Like
and
I
if you
didn't.
didn't get it, then like maybe it's partially the show's fault for not being clear enough, but yeah, I don't
By the end
know.
of it, you should have understood it.
I think people just got lost in the sauce in this show.
Yeah, the amount of just hate, I was just like it's not even hate. It was literally just how much people didn't understand it. And I just
Hmm.
took it personal.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean it's not your fault if you don't understand it, but also like I don't know. I don't
So,
think I would review something if I didn't pay attention to it, you know,
right? Like I
enough
get
to
maybe
understand it.
right like cuz I mean, we spent a lot of time to understand it cuz we had to watch it twice and then
Hmm.
we were still as we were talking through it figuring stuff out, right? But
Hmm.
so like sure, it takes a lot more effort, but that's kind of like the point of this
The
show,
major plot.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's how it is. Like even Bible was like if you don't get it, watch it again.
I
Like
feel like if you think that he's like seeing into the future, you didn't like those are people who didn't finish the show,
yeah, and you
you
weren't
know.
paying attention correctly to begin with either
And
because
I probably wouldn't review a show I haven't finished before.
No, that's like I see a lot of times reading these reviews. They're like, I'm only 2 episodes in and whatever. I'll come back, and I'm like, no, just tell me when you're done. Like
Yeah.
you can give me a running tab, but I want the full review when you're done. Um,
Yeah.
I did see one of the most hilariously written reviews I've ever seen under the 4 minutes one.
Uh-huh.
It was written from Great's point of view.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that?
So somebody took the time to write a review of 4 minutes from the point of view of Great. And I
Oh
went to
my
their
god.
account, and they didn't do that for any other show. It was just for this one. Like, they've written other reviews, but this is the only one they were like, let me do this from a character's point of view.
Oh my
Review
god,
my
wait,
own
I think
show.
I think I see it. Does it start with hello, I'm great?
Yes.
Oh my god. The girl put it on AO3.
So, yes, it goes. The title of the review is Great Time Continuum. And it's, hello, I'm great. No, I don't mean I'm doing great. Have you seen the show? But I am great. No, I'm not saying that I'm a great person. Have you seen the show? But my name is Great. Oh, I give up. I'm the crazy cat lady. Happy?
Oh my god.
Anyway, what did you make of me and my story? Wasn't it fun? Admittedly, it wasn't fun to die time and time again for your entertainment, but I knew I was going to live, didn't you?
Oh my
And like
god.
it's so long, but the entire thing is just great talking. And I'm just okay.
I've never seen someone write a review in character before. That's super interesting.
Right?
Oh my god. They just like wait, they just like don't break character.
No, they don't at all.
I know some of you thought my sex scenes with Time were a tad on the soft side. Listen, I know my body, and the fact that I was listening to Limp Bizkit all of the next day is no coincidence. Time
Time.
is a great lover. Oh, wow.
And he bore his arse out for you. Be grateful.
Oh my god.
I
That
love
is
this person.
so. I do too. I'm gonna follow them.
But I will admit that bastard Tonkless stole the show from me. Never trust a power bottom.
Oh my god.
Were you really surprised when he shot me and revealed his face in the campest way possible?
They really took some creative liberties.
They did. I respect it, but I'm also confused.
Yeah. I've never seen that done before, but hey, maybe this is how we should all be writing reviews.
Yeah. Since I'm now alive, I'm not sure. This might be a Black Mirror kind of situation. I have been lurking around the forums online to find out the truth. I'm pretty impressed by the hard work of the quote unquote fandom. Hi, that's us.
Hi. We are the quote unquote fandom.
We are.
Yeah.
There's some good theories out there, but I'm still not sure I understand. I'm a bit thick, you see, but thickness, like size, matters. The
That's
whole review
so
is incredible,
funny.
guys. I just
Wait,
go.
this actually they must have an AO3 account. This is for sure a fanfic writer. Like no doubt.
I need 8 hours to hurry up. I don't think we're gonna get it anytime soon because jet lag is airing right now, and I haven't heard anything about them
Yeah.
filming. But I
Yeah.
need it. I want to know where we're going with this story. So, but yeah, that was my little mini rant because I was just there's like I don't mind disagreeing with people, but you gotta like
Uh-huh.
know what you're talking about.
I agree. It needs to be an informed
Mm-hmm.
rant if you're
Right.
gonna make one.
It's one of those. Every time I saw one where I was like, "You didn't get the plot," I was like, I just
Yeah.
need to like write a copy pasta and like reply to everybody and be like, learn.
Yeah.
I've
We'll
dedic
explain it to you, don't worry.
yeah,
We have many hours of explanation of that show.
yeah, dedicated a lot of brain power to the show.
Really, yeah, at one point I did dedicate all my brain power to the show.
Yeah.
So,
So, but yeah, this was fun. We'll have to do this again
yeah.
sometime after we watch some more
Yes.
shows.
I love a good game and I love seeing other people's reviews. So,
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
So yeah, so in the comments, let us know how you guys did. If you figured
Yeah.
out all the shows, how many clues it took for you guys to figure out the shows. Um, some of mine were, I think, quite obvious pretty early on, but I thought the reviews were unhinged, so
Yeah, some of mine were just so general, but I was like, it's really funny.
I'm the jam one got me. Like,
The jam one, yeah.
what are you talking about, jam? And see the photo. Oh, that jam. Um,
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to watch that show recently to
yeah.
in order to get that one.
So, but yeah, everybody crying. That did crack me up. So,
Yeah. Let us know if you find any other funny reviews too.
yeah, definitely. 'Cause
Please
there's some
send it
good
to
ones out
us.
there.
Yeah, I would love to read.
Hmm.
Honestly, reviews are an art form.
They are. It's I don't
Hmm.
write them, but I do appreciate them.
Yeah. I usually like when I finish a show, I write like a short little sentence on my drama list. I'm pretty sure my drama list just deletes those forever because there's like no way to view it.
Oh, great.
So
Thanks,
yeah,
MDL.
I
Um,
know because it's like Goodreads too. Like you can, then it lets you like view your comment
oh,
after you finish the show.
hmm.
But like my drama list lets you do the comment, but you can never see it again. So
It makes you think you're doing something.
I know. Yeah. So I've definitely written down a couple things for shows that are just they're just gone.
Yeah, I think that's what I use the Discord for.
Hmm.
Something happens in the show, and I'm like, Discord, guys, hello. Like,
Yeah, that's
what is
definitely a better
happening?
use of
Or, or I go
yeah.
on chemistry rants on Twitter.
Yeah. You're like the oh my god, what is it? The architecture person for Bad Buddy, but for chemistry in Pit Babe.
Yeah, I, I was one of those. I was like joking last week when I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, ridicule this. But then like the first thing I see is she's in a lab working on with a test tube and no safety glasses. I went, no, actually, I'm gonna be upset now. Like not really
Yeah.
upset, but like it was funny. Um,
Listen, our singular female character in all of the Pit Babe universe needs to stay safe.
right?
Because if we lose her, we got no one else.
Right? It's amazing. She has a line that's more than a scream.
Yeah, I know
So
how far we've come.
yeah, I'm like clap, 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 clap. Well, all right. Well, I guess we can go and wrap it then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, as usual, you can find us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at bl.in.the.air. You can find us on Twitter at BL in the air. Discord is in the link tree as usual. Um, we are streaming video on Spotify and YouTube and uh, streaming audio pretty much everywhere. Um, Also, side note, shout out to the people answering the poll from last week that said that they would consider giving up their spot in the college to a
Yeah, I
friend.
saw that.
I was
I was
surprised
like,
anybody voted that,
I know. I was like, you guys are very considerate.
right?
Like,
Because I was like a hard no on that one. And then I saw like people voting the
yeah.
other way. I was like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, we do have a poll attached to
Yeah.
every episode. So
Yeah,
if you are a poll fiend like I am, feel free to vote in whatever we make this poll.
yep. So, but yeah, poll every week. But yeah, that's it. So we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.